Hey everyone, Peter here from Full Spectrum Performance, and this video is all about the year of the fire horse. We're going to cover everything you need to know so you can make the most out of this potent and transformative year. In the description below, you'll find the timestamps to each section to make finding your specific element and Chinese Zodiac easy to find. I highly recommend you listen to all of them though, because it's going to bring more insights to all the interactions you'll have this year, which can guide you to really nourishing experiences, growth, opportunities, and even more abundance. So let's get started. This year the fire horse is bringing in explosive energy, like a wildfire clearing the old to make way for the new growth. Old things are burning away at a rapid pace, yet newness can form and emerge just as fast. This is by far going to be one of the most explosive years yet for humanity, serving as a turning point and initiation for all of us. That's because the horse symbolizes freedom, speed, and ambition, while fire adds passion, courage, and transformation. So, as you can see, these themes include bold progress, independence, and embracing change with positivity. The energies are going to be vast, so expect intense dynamic energy and movement this year. But know that everything is purifying you through disruption. And when harnessed fully, it will lead to joy and creativity. Restrictions are going to be burned that can open up all of us into more freedom. Reinvention and rebirth is almost guaranteed when you act courageously. It's a year to be visible, take risk, and ignite your passions. Needless to say, there's lots of opportunities this year that are wide-ranging. You can easily pursue new ventures in work, career, relationships, and your own creative expression. It's an advantageous year to make solid financial and personal strides. So channeling this momentum for breakthroughs in relationships, friendships, career opportunities, and self-growth will be enhanced. The fire horse does reveal some challenges that will require all of us to have quick pivots. And with that said, adaptability is going to be key for a successful year. Routines will be disrupted, so being okay shifting your flow consciously will uplift you. So no stagnation and indecision can lead to instability or conflicts this year. Always act with intention and utilize your intuition to navigate all the happenings. This year is going to bring the heat, and it'll be literal or metaphorical for you, so keep your head on a swivel and stay grounded to avoid burnout and just getting too scattered. Because we're starting this new Lunar New Year off with a bang on the 17th. Now, we're kicking it off with an annual solar eclipse. This is a ring of fire over Antarctica. Now, eclipses obscure light temporarily, symbolizing hidden truths emerging and coming to light, which I find really fascinating considering there's more and more talks about Antarctica, ancient history, all the crazy findings that are coming up now. So we're seeing a lot more truths just in general getting revealed left and right. So I see that this is life kind of giving us a teaser for more things to be revealed as the veil continues to burn away. So just be mindful that eclipses also represent a break in our usual patterns. So this is where the new energies really come through to end those old patterns. It's a statement from life saying everything that you shed this last year of the wood snake needs to go. Like right now. We're getting to a strong physical manifestation point of this reminder to fully let go or else. Now, this is a point of choice. And choosing a side, so to speak, is going to force all of us into living into our highest vibration, our potential, our integrity across all aspects of life. Because it's an eclipse, just be in the knowing that it's not ideal for setting intentions right away, but it does invite a lot of reflection and introspection. So asking yourself and chewing on those questions like, what did the old cycles that you're releasing reveal to you? What are you transmuting this year? Those are all great little introspections and inquiries to unpack. Now, this rare alignment coincides with the Lunar New Year, and it's the marker that will amplify all the transformation that we're going to experience this year. Not only that, in Chinese astrology, this is also a double fire year. So the rest of 2026 is going to be a year of game-changing shifts. This Lunar New Year marks I would say, the rare return of these 60-year cycles in Chinese astrology, where you have horse's natural fire element aligning with the year's yang fire, Now, that's because of the heavenly stem cycles that go through 10 different essentially shifts. And this is going to create this double intense ring of fire energy. Yang means action. So these are year of outward movement and decisive action. And like the sun, yang energy is bright. It's active. It carries the masculine energy. So this double fire year is really encouraging us to take risk, start new projects, make visible progress and actionable change. A double fire alignment signifies a period of extreme momentum. It's rapid social changes and shifts, and ultimately it's high stakes transformation that occurs only once every 6 decades. So this is a really opportunistic time for everyone to really lean into what they were created to be. Just know that the extremes of the highs and lows that you can experience will be amplified. This is peak full around find out energy. So it's best not to test life and allow that which has been shedding this last year of the wood snake to just fully drop. Got to always reiterate that. And take the necessary action when life is inviting you to. Remember, it means that there's more expansive opportunity and abundance. So there's ample opportunities to expand and have increase in not only your productivity, positive changes, just all across the board. So overall, this year of the Fire Horse is a year of momentum, liberation, passion, and accelerated change. This double fire year is bringing powerful opportunities for leadership, creativity, love, and transformation. There will be challenges around burnout, impulsivity, and chaos if we're not grounded and intentional with our actions and our time investments. Now, this is where your element will play a big role into how these energies challenge us and how these different opportunities can play out within us. In Chinese astrology, there are 5 elements. You have wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Each year holds a unique elemental energy. Wood years end in 4 or 5, fire ends in 6 or 7, earth ends in 8 or 9. Metal years end in 0 or 1, and water years end in 2 or 3. You can see on this chart to find your year, but if you're one of those middle, late January or early to mid-February birthdays, you should always look it up to see when the Lunar New Year actually started, because the lunar calendar year begins at a different point than the Gregorian calendar, and it does vary slightly each year. Now, these elements rotate and interact with one another in different ways. One is the creation cycle, and the other is the controlling aspect. The creation cycle is supportive. It's a nurturing loop where elements build each other up. Wood fuels and is needed for fire. Fire creates earth in the form of ash. Earth births metal. Metal collects or carries water, and water nourishes wood. Now, these energies relate in a harmonious fashion. The ones that can fuel, uplift, and enhance one another, the control aspect brings balance, transformation, and growth. And that generally goes, wood controls earth. You want to think roots break up the soil and absorb nutrients. Earth controls water, and it absorbs water or dams to divert it. Water controls fire, which tempers or extinguishes it. Fire controls metal. It forges and reshapes it. And metal controls wood. Axe, chop trees. The tools sow the earth. Now, the control cycle is ultimately empowering. It's pushing you to refine weaknesses, build resilience, and achieve deeper balance. This year, the Fire Horse is going to impact each element differently. So it's best to understand how they all flow this year to help you navigate the various interactions throughout the year. We can utilize the elemental aspect to better understand our inner experience, the nuances that will help us build an understanding as to why our body and psyche may feel or react a certain way during our experiences this year. So, first up is the wood element. And for you wood energies, the key is choosing things wisely. Like you're building a fire. Not all your wood needs to be dumped into it at once. The horse year will fuel your growth and energize your creativity. If you use what's coming in and step into the opportunities that life presents you, those fire energies will play out as an expansion for you, and a little effort will go a long way because of the creation harmony here at play. Now, this is a great time to lean into your inner development and try new things. There's lots of opportunities for bold ideas to flourish, which is going to be a great starting point for all projects and personal development. Just know your manifestation abilities will quicken, so things will start unfolding really fast for you. Your challenges are going to come in the form of feeling consumed or overexerted. So just as you don't add all your wood to the fire at once, know that you don't have to say yes to everything. Second is going to be you fire folk. Whew. Now, because of the fire energy, this year means it's technically a triple fire year for you. Could be even more depending on your animal zodiac. So just know that everything is going to be dialed up like even further in terms of the intensity compared to the rest of the elements. This year is all about you stepping into leadership, but remember, leading without being grounded or having direction is destructive. Because you have so much fire energy to play with, you're entering into like peak vitality and charisma mode. It's a year for you to really be strengthened, and your ability to reach harmony or inner peace is going to be optimized. Not only through actions, but just your inner compass and your intuition. So there's lots of opportunities for your leadership skills to shine, and if you're pursuing passions, you're going to have another great year that can be tapped into. Which ultimately, this is going to relate with you having an unstoppable drive. So you got to channel it right. This year for you is to really be about it. Tap into your power, tap into your creativity, and just do it. Express more. Now, challenges are going to come in the form of impulsivity and ego battles because you do have that extra juiced up energy and you're really stepping out into the world. So to ensure you're inspiring and not dominating, channel these energies wisely by moving with intention. Be mindful who you're working with and do things to fill up your cup. Remember, you can burn out and crash out super hard. Those highs and lows are going to be intense. So lead your life in a way that brings balance and nourishment to all areas of it. Next is our earth elements. This year is really tasking you to stay grounded and consistent without becoming rigid. The refinements that will naturally arise with the fire energy isn't intended to destabilize you, but rather strip away what no longer serves you. Remember, earth is nourished by this year's energies, as fire creates ash. So despite things moving quickly, and they will, know that whatever is changing will lead to stability and growth. And that being said, there's lots of opportunities for restructuring and building up things in your life that it's going to be important for you to do this year. Whatever you're building could be long-term or even short-term, but you're going to get an extra boost of good fortune for anything in the realms of career and relationships. There's also lots of opportunities around grounding any ideas into the physicality. The biggest areas of challenge are going to arise with how well you handle the disruptions to your routines. So adaptability is required for you this year. Resistance to change and the fear of rapid movement is going to cause unnecessary suffering, tension, pain, stress, and chaos. Life is inviting you to lean into your trust and your faith. Now, we step into our fellow metal elements. This year is going to be a potent year for us. We're getting forged this year, but remember, we're not being broken. A lot of things are going to change and shift, but if we allow flexibility, we're going to act like metal in a forge. That flame will strengthen and shape us into our fullest potential. This is going to be a year that tests our resilience to the rapid pace that fire and the horse both will bring. Our opportunities to upgrade our entire beingness is going to be uplifted. The path that unfolds this year can really propel us into our purpose, our potential, and build up stronger connections with others. Now, if you feel relationships have lacked reciprocity, this is a year that strong boundaries are established and more return arises in your relations. Because fire reacts with metal so intensely, there's going to be challenges if we remain rigid. So it's best to avoid conflicts and chaos. Now, ultimately, we always have to embrace flexibility. The fire is forging us, it's shaping us. So there's going to be a temptation in the area of control, but we really have to lean into that aspect of surrender. We can only change what's within our control. Our emotional energy is going to be off the charts this year just because, again, it's the interaction with the fire and the metal. So don't suppress them. Work with that energy in motion and ramp up communication during this year to ensure that your needs, your boundaries, your feelings, your standards, and your expectations are witnessed, heard, and understood. Remember, this year is all about transformation for us, so lean in with excitement and into the unknown. So enjoy the process of refinement. We're stepping that much closer into what we were created to be this year. Stepping into our destiny, our purpose, our path. So good luck. Now, our last element is water. For all the water element folks, the key is to stay fluid and centered with everything that arises this year. Your key to success will come in the realm of emotional regulation, which is great because water can better control and manage fire. But it also runs the risk of the fire getting put out or things blowing up if you're not paying attention. You're very much like a tea kettle this year. Listen to the sound of your inner yes and no to ensure that the pot doesn't boil over. You really have to focus on balance to ensure things don't get too intense. But there's a lot of beautiful opportunities unfolding for you water folks this year. Breakthroughs are inevitable. Like if you're looking to heal deep emotional wounds, a lot of truth, anything from the past to get healed and transmuted, it's all going to be coming up to the surface. And with that, also the old patterns and the emotions. So when you allow them to evaporate, and essentially when you step into this new year, you're going to step into your ultimate potential of, I would say, harmony, balance, flow. Now, because of this, your intuition is also going to be heightened. And that's necessary because you need to be aware of the challenges that will test you on how well you listen to it. Because water hinders fire, this is a year where you can really check yourself out of the game if you're not attuned to it correctly. So don't get in the way of what life is opening up for you, even if it's uncomfortable. You're going to likely experience volatility in your mood due to the fire and water energies both being really flowy, but that's only if you ignore the intuitive hits that are coming in. Remember, stay fluid like water and you won't get overwhelmed no matter what arises. Just be sure to use your discernment to navigate the flow easily. Remember, the elemental energy you carry is going to serve as a compass to navigate the inner weather to our experience this year of the fire horse. Now, to understand the road your journey externally from the events to the themes and exploring the terrain this year, this is where we really start to transition into more of the animals of the Chinese zodiac. Our animal sign represents the core aspects of our personalities and our incarnation that we chose this lifetime. Now, how you approach life and how you interact with the year's ruling animal, the horse, is going to depend on how you are in the charts. So know that compatibility plays a role this year with how your beingness will flow and how life events will kind of play out. Harmonious signs flow with the horse. Clashing signs are refined by it. Neutral signs are shaped by how consciously you move. And we'll discuss that and more for each animal sign. But you can use this chart to determine your year, and it will also show you the element that you are. Now, remember, if you're one of those middle to late January or early mid-February birthdays, always look it up just again because you want to see where the Lunar New Year actually started, because the lunar calendar begins at a different point than the Gregorian calendar. Now, you'll likely still be in the previous year, but it's always good just to double check. So, this year of the horse is coming in hot with a lot of good vibes, because in Chinese astrology, movement is always considered as good. Now, how that movement will shift and what actions to take are going to look different for each animal sign. But every one of them holds something good in store, so just keep that in mind. Just be aware that each animal also carries its own natural elemental energy, which also plays a role. So overall, we'll be covering the opportunities, the tension points, the invitations for leveling up, and in true Chinese astrological fashion, love, relationships, finances, lucky months, career, and more. So let's get to it. Our first animal, we'll be starting off with the rat, which is naturally a water element and clashes or opposes the horse in like a very direct fashion. So this will lead you into a year where your motto is going to be strategy meets solitude. Your overall outlook is going to be marked by intense changes, inviting restful planning amidst the fast pace of the horse this year. The clash introduces volatility, but it's purposeful. You're being guided out of constant motion and into strategic retreat. The double fire may steam the water that you have, stirring emotional or financial fluctuations while fostering solitude, inner clarity, and spiritual recharge. For your work and career, significant shifts and new opportunities do await you. Adapt through skill building, restructuring, or home-based projects for lasting gains. You have high growth potential through consolidation, such as debt reduction for your financial fortune, with added grace if you consult with your family on major decisions. New romances can spark for you this year. Or if you're in a relationship already, you can really strengthen that bond through quality time. Be aware of mental and emotional overexertion in all of your connections and relations so you don't overthink things and avoid love bombing behavior. So, since this is a building year for you, practices like grounding, meditation, breath work, and yoga are going to regulate your nervous system more than ever. The real invitation for you this year is to embrace clever resourcefulness. In quiet moments, move with tact, and really just not theatrics. The clash energy of this year calls for strategic withdrawal, emotional maturity, and love-centered stability to seed future breakthroughs. Your lucky month is going to be September, while your challenging month is going to be June. In essence, this fire horse year pulls you out of constant motion and into strategic retreat. By slowing down, consolidating resources, and listening inward, you quietly position yourself for future breakthroughs. Now, next up is our oxes, which is naturally an earth element and has a harm type of relationship with horse, meaning it will be disruptive to your norm, but it's growth oriented. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be pressure sparks persistence. Your overall outlook is going to be marked by steady progress unfolding through focused effort amidst all the distractions and potentially family friction. The harm relationship tests flexibility, yet fire catalyzes earth. So as you adapt, if you make your structure plus responsiveness your winning formula, this is going to be like a hustling and bustling year for you, and you're going to have a lot of success. For your work and career, stay strategic and expand your networks. Gradual advances emerge from blending action with planning. Physical movements like hiking or dancing, any type of movement really, will restore clarity and offer a great outlet to connect with others. Unexpected gains are possible for your financial fortunes, but build wisely. Now, if you're single, ride the social momentum for connection, or if you're in a relationship already, calm adaptability to your normal flow and expressions will strengthen your relational and family dynamics. Be aware of any performative behaviors as you ramp up socializing to ensure you're always staying true to yourself. Now, that's also no matter where you are, because you're going to be doing a lot of the social butterfly stuff this year. Now, since this is a restructuring year for you, prioritize patience, pacing, and movement to prevent burnout or missed opportunities will inevitably arise. The real invitation for you this year is to let friction refine rather than harden you. This year forges strength through your flexibility. So it's a reminder that resilience blooms when rigidity softens. Your lucky month is going to be March, while your challenging month is going to be July. Now, in essence, pressure this year is not meant to break you, but soften rigidity and strengthen adaptability. When persistence meets flexibility, long-term stability and deeper connection emerge. Next up is our tigers, which is naturally a wood element, and it is our first strong ally type of relationship with the fire horse, meaning it's going to be a really advantageous year for you when you lean into life's many invitations that will play out. This will lead you into a year where your motto can be awakening bold alliances. Your overall outlook is one of the most supported signs of the year because wood fuels fire, generating lots of momentum, visibility, joyful breakthroughs, and more. Your leadership and essentially being out in the world can flourish for you if you take that center stage point. The key is to pair your confidence with humility and intentional pacing to really thrive. For your work and career, hard work yields recognition and expansion. Your growth will accelerate when you challenge yourself without overpowering others. You have strong financial expansion and increased earning potential this year. If you're single, attract through curiosity and presence. Your confidence will dissolve rivalry, so just be you. If you're already in a relationship, your connection will thrive when quality time is protected. Because of the pace and your support this year, there's going to be high vitality in your beingness. So know that you're going to be fully supported by taking bold action, and that's going to refuel it. Just pause before impulsive moments to avoid any negative volatility. The real invitation for you this year is to step into visibility with heart-led leadership. Change the game with how people lead. This year rewards tigers who uplift others and let their love and authenticity amplify in the shared success. Your lucky month is going to be June, while your challenging month is going to be October. In essence, momentum, visibility, and leadership are yours when courage is paired with humility. This year rewards tigers who rise boldly while lifting others alongside them. Next up is our rabbits, which is naturally a wood element and has a neutral type of relationship with the horse, meaning there's a lot of potential, but you're in a middle ground area, so it will depend upon your discernment this year. on what you experience. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be growth through the mystery. Your overall outlook is positive, yet uncertain. The year activates unfinished ideas and resurfacing themes. Wood feeds fire creatively wise. But growth comes from responding rather than retreating, amid speed and change. So for your work and career, trust building will open doors for you. Just trust that patience and emotional intelligence will pave the way for your success. Your growth will accelerate when you meet life with open curiosity and courage. You'll have financial opportunities arise plenty, but planning and timing will matter. If you're single, remain open as connections will arrive quickly. And if you're already in a relationship, know that couples will benefit from resolving issues early and reigniting that connection through shared experience. Past connections may resurface, but know that it's all for closure and really ending those chapters of the past so you can step forward into what life is presenting you this year. Because of the pace that's going to be happening with this year of the Fire Horse, there's going to be a lot going on for you, but honor your inner peace and intuition to stabilize your nervous system. The real invitation for you this year is to embrace completion and closing out all of those cycles. Gentle courage transforms your uncertainty into graceful forward motion and productivity. So just make sure that you're being guided by your heart and your truth. Your lucky month is going to be March, while your challenging month is going to be July. In essence, uncertainty becomes an invitation to completion and gentle courage. Growth comes when you respond to change rather than retreat from it, allowing harmony to evolve. Next up is our dragons, which is naturally an earth element and has a dynamic and generally favorable type of relationship with the horse, meaning there's lots of opportunity and abundance in store for you this year. And that pace will be quick. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be power fuels expansion. Your overall outlook is really positive, honestly. One of the most positive of the signs, I would say. So know that stepping into your leadership will bring more recognition as fire transforms earth into tangible results. So have confidence to open doors, but keep in mind restraint to preserve those long-term alliances and connections in your network. For your work and career, your growth will accelerate when you take initiative and act with consistency, discipline, and courage. Promotions, publications, and authority roles really just being up in the world and seen for what you do is going to be highlighted. So lean in on all your trusted allies in your network during any type of pressure-filled moment. Put your network to work, I can say. Now, you're going to have financial growth through investments or raises, but your discernment with spending and the different aspects of how you invest can multiply or hinder your returns. So know that you got a lot of opportunities and potential. Just use the network to, I would say, come up with the best game plan for your financial situations. Strong vitality supports your big visions. Now, when impulsivity is tempered, that's just going to go even more above and beyond for you. If you're single or in a relationship, know that your confidence will stabilize bonds. Unchecked insecurities, though, are going to create friction. Overall, this is a great year for you. So in the realm of passion, it's going to be mwah. Now, because of the pace this year, there's going to be a lot going on. So honor your inner peace and allow your intuition to really be stabilized and centered so your nervous system can just reset and ultimately relax. The real invitation for you this year is to lead with grounded confidence. True power this year flows through responsibility and through your heart. Now, your lucky month is going to be August, while your challenging month is going to be December. In essence, power and recognition expand when confidence is grounded in responsibility. This is a year to lead wisely, turning vision into tangible impact without burning bridges. Next up is our snakes, which is naturally a fire element and has a neutral type of relationship with the horse, meaning this will be a quiet build year for you when you utilize discernment and tactfulness. There will be movement since this is a same element fire resonance, but a lot of that is ultimately up to you. This year will lead you into a motto of being shedding invites expansion. Your overall outlook is really encouraging, though. You'll have a lot of post-shedding clarity, revealing new realities, potential opportunities, and abundance. The same element harmony will amplify your intuition and wisdom, but momentum is sustained through patience rather than the rush changes like most of us will experience. For your work and career, you'll have success and growth when you lean into knowledge building. Your creativity will support professional elevation through strategic, small-scale experimentation. You'll have financial opportunity, but it's best to pause before spending. Collaboration will always strengthen your decisions, so don't be afraid to ask for guidance and assistance within your family, friends, or your network. If you're single or in a relationship, remember open communication bridges gaps. Silence is going to widen them. Because you have all those extra introspective and inner wisdom energies, be sure to express yourself. Don't keep it inside yourself, or it's going to lead you to crunchy situations. Now, low pressure connections will kind of help you clarify alignment. So those little angel helpers that you run into the day, just randomly, wink, wink, you know. So overall, it's a low-key year for you in the realm of passion. But because you have more control this year than most, remember that balance in all areas of life to preserve the fire energy is going to be necessary for your change and growth. The real invitation for you this year is to trust your inner compass. Measured pivots allow rebirth to unfold into lasting expansion. And when you tap into your authentic truth, all of the, I would say, the blind spots in your life are going to be illuminated, and you'll gain a lot of clarity this year into where you want to go, how you want to move, who you want to be with, and more. Now, your lucky month is going to be April, while your challenging month is going to be November. In essence, a shedding year that favors intuitive measured rebirth over rushed transformation. Trust your inner compass and allow new paths to unfold with patience and clarity. Next up is our horses, which I am. So this year's for us, guys. Let's get into it. Which it's naturally a fire element, and it brings even more horse energy to our experience this year. Meaning, this is a volatile year, but it's filled with so much opportunity. Because of the double horse energy, change is inevitable, but this is our year, so we can make the most of it. This will lead you into a year where the horse motto is going to be, Destiny ignites connection. Our overall outlook is really encouraging. It's a defining year of visibility and relational evolution for us. Double fire amplifies the volatility in romance, while conscious pacing will prevent burnout and overextension. For work and career, bold ideas will gain traction through collaboration and social engagement. We'll have a lot of opportunity at financial success this year, but avoid high-risk speculation and reckless spending. If you're single, you'll flourish socially through your authentic expression and being a little socialite. And if you're in a relationship, use the added passion and vitality energies that are coming in to really ramp up your affection to deepen the bonds that you have. Now, because this year is going to be like Tigger, bouncing all over the place, anchoring our routines will protect our sustainability and our overall just energy levels. Adaptability will be necessary because there's going to be a few plot twists every now and then, but ultimately we're going to be really amplified by having a routine that is nourishing all aspects of our life this year. The real invitation is to ride the waves with awareness. Rituals, rest, rhythm are all going to help us channel our freedom into enduring growth. So remember, when it's fueled by love and authenticity, there's really no limit to what we can achieve this year. Our lucky month is going to be February, while the challenging month is going to be April. In essence, it's a defining year that calls for conscious momentum rather than overdrive. When freedom is anchored in that rhythmic flow with care, vitality, and love and intentional purpose, we're going to flourish. Next up is our goats, also known as the sheep, which is naturally an earth element, and it's a strong ally type of relationship with the horse. And it's also a secret friend of the horse too. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity this year across the board, especially in relationships and social connections. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be creative networks thrive. Your overall outlook is positive. Support will flow through community and honesty. So communicating with those you're around is going to be, well, your blueprint. Now, fire nourishes earth. That's empowering you to build beauty and stability through your relationships and connections. For your work and career, your goals will advance through introductions, collaborations, and shared visions with others. You'll have financial growth that will depend on your thoughtful planning. Your network becomes your net worth, so to say. So use your connections to uplift yourself and all parties and peoples involved. If you're single, this will be a year where you draw a lot of attention. And if you're in a relationship, really be present and stay connected amidst all the kind of busyness and chaoticness that may arise. Regardless of where you're at, know that honesty outweighs surface harmony, so be real and lean into better communication. That aspect of communication and expressing your authentic truth is going to be really important for you this year. Overall, this is going to be a joyful and steady year, though. Because of the pace, though, there's going to be a lot that's going on. So honor your inner peace and allow your intuition to stabilize your nervous system. The real invitation for you this year is to let community amplify your gifts. Shared creation invites heart-centered abundance in all areas. So don't be shy. Your lucky month is going to be February, while your challenging month is going to be April. In essence, support flows through community, honesty, and shared creation. By leaning into connection, you build beauty, stability, and heart-centered abundance. Now, next up is our monkeys, which is naturally a metal element and has a neutral type of relationship with the horse. Because metal is forged by fire, expect lots of change and opportunity for growth. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be innovation, breakthrough, and sets you free. So remember, all you got to do is just dive deep, use all the energy you got, especially because it's so transformative and transmutative. Your overall outlook is hopeful. Now, your restless energy will fuel movement and reinvention because fire forges metal when focus is applied. So this is where you can turn your past hurdles into those breakthroughs. For your work and career, optimism and strong relationships will unlock your success. You'll have financial opportunities, but this is more of a reserved year for you. However, investments in property or long-term are going to be really favored. If you're single or in a relationship, remember honesty strengthens your bonds and it clears confusion. There's likely to be romantic shifts this year, but this is more of a self-love focused year for you monkeys. Because you have so much potential with the metal fire resonance, keep in mind that change ignites innovation, but your boredom is a signal for misalignment. Same thing with stagnation. If there's not much going on, it means you're not leaning into what life's presenting you in terms of invitations to explore. So the real invitation for you this year is to channel play into purpose. Focused curiosity transforms friction into brilliance and allows you to step into you more. Your lucky month is going to be July, while your challenging month is going to be February. In essence, change fuels innovation when focus replaces distraction. Playful curiosity becomes brilliance when guided by intention and integrity. Next up is our roosters, which is naturally a metal element as well and has a mild tension relationship with the horse. Because metal is forged by fire, there's going to be a lot of change and opportunity that depends on clear and intentional moves on your part. This will lead you into a year where your motto will be visibility sparks refinement. Your overall outlook is promising. Some reminders for success come in communication. So remember, speaking up early creates momentum for resolution. Fire refines your metal, so sharpening your communication and leadership skills will enhance all the collective engagement and success that you have this year. For your work and career, clear messaging resolves around challenges. Your progress will flow through groups and service. So don't be shy, and remember that communication theme is going to be huge, and also just stepping into that leadership role. And if it's something that you're not used to, this is your chance to ask for mentorship and different people in your social circle to help you. You'll have a stable financial year. Now, that's stable like long-term planning, but know that that long-term aspect will really be rewarded in future years to come. So this is a great year to just get some nest eggs built up for yourself. It doesn't really matter much this year if you're single or in a relationship because of how things really are flowing more so into your career, and that should kind of be more of the dominant time and energy investment that you have this year because you do have so much opportunity in terms of taking those next level ups with what you're doing in life. Could be even your purpose as well. Now, know that discipline in other areas of fitness and creative expression are going to help you release the stored frustration. The real invitation for you this year, though, is to let refinement honor self-respect. Grace, clarity, it all elevates your voice. So allow your presence to be in every situation. Calm, cool, collected. It's just going to be a really good blueprint for you to always ensure that the social interactions that you have are nourishing and take you to where life wants you to be at. Your lucky month is going to be December, while your challenging month is going to be May. In essence, your voice sharpens and your presence refines through clarity and truth. Speaking up with grace transforms visibility into meaningful influence. So be you. Next up is our dogs, which is naturally an earth element and has a favorable type of relationship with horse. And as a strong ally and friend to the horse, there will be a lot of opportunity for success and abundance this year for you. This will lead you into a year where your motto is going to be integrity receives rewards. Your overall outlook is really positive though. Any recognition arrives through collaboration and loyalty. Fire strengthens earth. Magnifying returns from past efforts, so lean into receiving and being supported this year. For your work and career, promotions, referrals, long-term partnerships are all going to flourish. You'll have strong financial growth and stability this year. If you're single, you're likely to meet meaningful connections. And if you're in a relationship, this is a great year to deepen those mutual understandings that you have with one another. In all areas of your life this year, learn to receive as generously as you give, to always remain in alignment, because that's actually going to open up even more doors and opportunities to receive. The real invitation for you this year is to say yes to support and help. This year honors dogs who blend integrity with abundance. Guided by reciprocity and communication is really going to be your blueprint to success. Your lucky month is going to be November, while your challenging month is going to be August. In essence, loyalty, integrity, and past efforts are rewarded through collaboration and recognition. Learning to receive is going to support that will allow abundance to meet your level of devotion and care and compassion that you have. Last up is our pigs, which is naturally a water element and has a neutral type of relationship with the horse, meaning this year can be opportunistic, but will depend on how well you balance and guide the energy moving through. This will lead you into a year where your motto is going to be purpose builds systems. Your overall outlook is really encouraging though. Sustainable abundance will grow through boundaries and planning. Water tempers fire when structure replaces excess. So you got to remember that there's a balance with everything going on because you have that water-fire combo. Always got to read the flow, use your discernment. So managing your energy and time investments will also be crucial in every area of your life this year. For your work and career, you'll have success from leaning into guidance from mentors or senior figures. It will be a necessary, really kind of pathway of development for you if you want to go beyond where you're currently at. You'll have financial returns from past investments, but know that systems are going to change and shift. So be sure to have your hands in multiple pots. Avoid co-signing loans or any type of financial commitments with others this year where you can. That's one thing that came up that got to highlight that for you because it was an outlier amongst all the other ones. So remember that. No cosigns if you can. Now, if you're single or in a relationship, new connections will emerge as imbalanced ties are just naturally released. Water and fire both have that ebb and flow, so know that your passion and intimate connections are likely going to shift a lot during this year. Now, whether that's good or bad is really up to you. Just remember stability within yourself first and foremost in order to always ensure that you are living with healthy boundaries. So be really aware of that aspect of losing yourself and being in yourself this year. Now, the real invitation for you this year, though, is ground abundance and intention, because structure will create safety and freedom, not restriction. And that will help you manage the shifts that do arise. Your lucky month is going to be January, while your challenging month is going to be September. In essence, sustainable prosperity grows through structure, boundaries, and intentional systems. By choosing depth over excess, you're going to create lasting emotional and material security. And really, that does it for our breakdown of this year of the fire horse for all the different zodiac animals. Remember these core takeaways, though, for a successful year. Speed reveals truth. Alignment beats effort. Fire exposes illusions, and action will create clarity. The year of the fire horse will not wait for comfort. It will reward your courage, truth, and movement, though. I leave you with these final invitations. Move with intention, choose truth over safety, Act before certainty, and let the fire refine you, not consume you. You either ride the horse this year consciously, or you get dragged by it with resistance. May this year be nourishing, uplifting, empowering, and healing for you all. Thanks for dropping in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all whom ask. Namaste. I love you so much. Thanks for checking it out. Peace.